let's learn long division. Before we begin, let's take a look at some important words used in division. Our dividend is the number that we are dividing into groups. It's the number that goes inside of this division bracket. So we would say this division problem like this: 75 divided by 5. Our number of groups that we're dividing 75 into is called our divisor. The answer to a division problem is called a quotient. So let's take a look at this same problem, 75 divided by 5 equals 15, and figure out how did they get that answer of 15. So in long division, there is a certain set of steps that you need to follow called the standard algorithm. When dividing, start with divide, then multiply, then subtract, then bring down. So this problem's done for you. So let's kind of just go through this and see how they came up with a quotient of 15. So start with your first number inside of the division bracket. The dividend is 75. So let's look at 7 first. We're thinking 7 divided by 5. Well, I cannot think of a number that would go into 7 evenly if I multiplied it by 5. But I do know that 5 times 1 is pretty close to 7 without going over 7 or being more than 7. So 1 will be our number that we'll go with, okay? So 5 goes into 7 one time. Check, we've divided. Now multiply. 1 times 5 equals 5. Check, we've multiplied. Next, subtract. 7 minus 5 equals 2. Check. Bring down. Bring down what? If you have another number here, bring it down next to the answer that you had when you subtracted. So now we have a number of 25. What do? I'm out of steps. Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Repeat that over and over until your quotient is found. So we need to divide again. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. Check, I divided. Now multiply. 5 times 5 equals 25. Check. Subtract. 25 minus 25 is 0. Is there any numbers left to bring down? Nope. We're all finished. Let's take a look at 3-digit by 1-digit division using 6s. So I have a list of all of the multiples of 6 written over here on the side, just in case I need to refer back to that. That's going to set me up for success. I'm going to show you 2 ways to solve a 3-digit by 1-digit division problem. First, using the standard algorithm or the standard method. Then using the box method. Let's start with the standard method first. I'm going to use my whiteboard to solve. So 876 divided by 6. My 876 will go inside the division bracket, and I'm dividing by a divisor of 6. So I'm going to write over here to the side the bring down. just in case that will help me to figure out what do I do next. Okay, sorry about the glare there. So first, divide. Look at your first number of your dividend, 8. It is bigger than 6, so that means that 6 will go into 8. How many times does 6 go into 8? Well, 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. I can't use the 2 because 12 is more than 8. So 1, check, I divided. 1, I sometimes put a multiplication sign here. That kind of helps me remember what order to do things in. So 1 times 6, 6, check. Subtract. 8 minus 6 equals 2, check. Bring down the next number, check. What do I do now? Go back to the top and repeat those steps again. So I'm going to be dividing. Start here to divide. 27 divided by 6. Let's see. I know that 6 times 4 is 24. That's pretty close to 27. 6 times 5 is 30. That won't work. That's more than 27. So I'm going to use the multiplication factor 6 times 4. So 27 divided by 6 equals 4. Check. 4 times 6 equals 24. I multiplied. Check. Now subtract. 27 minus 24. 3. Bring down the next number, which is 6. And repeat those steps again. 36 divided by 6 equals, well, 6 times 6 is 36, so 36 divided by 6 equals 6. Check. Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. So now I'm multiplying. 6 times 6 equals 36. Check. Subtract. 36 minus 36, 0. Check. Anything left to bring down over here? Nope. We have an answer of 0 here, which means there is no remainder. So my quotient is 146. Let's solve this same exact division problem, but with another method called the box method. Okay, for the box method of division, we're going to take 876 and put that in kind of a box. 876 is my dividend. I'm dividing by 6. It's the same exact problem that we did on the slide before, but we're just going to solve a different way. This time, instead of bringing down the number, we're going to do something a little different. Okay, but we're still going to be divide, multiply, subtract, and I'll tell you what we're going to do instead of bring down when we get there. Okay, so 6 goes into 8. How many times? 1. Check. I divided. 1 times 6 equals 6. Check. Still going to subtract. 8 minus 6 equals 2. Instead of bringing down a number, the only difference with the box method is we actually take this number and instead of bringing a number down, we bring this number up. So that 2 is going to go right up here in front of the 7. So now let's repeat the steps. Go back to divide. 27 divided by 6 equals 4. 4 times 6 equals 24. So I've divided, I've multiplied. Now I'm going to subtract. 27 minus 24 equals 3. Check. And again, instead of bringing a number down, we're going to take this number and just bring it up here in front of the 6. So now I have a long division problem, but it's just writing it in a different way. Okay, 36 divided by 6. 6 times what is 36? 6. 6 times 6, 36. I've multiplied, I'm subtracting. I have no numbers left to bring down and no remainder. So my quotient is 146. Your turn. You'll solve using either the standard method or the box method to solve 858 divided by 6 and 750 divided by 6. You'll use these same exact numbers that we used here. All right, can't wait to see your work.